Alright, so Berserk panels part 2. Let's get right down into it. If you want me to make elongated versions of this kind of content, then a sub to the channel would be appreciated. Thanks for watching. The first panel on this list is perhaps one of the most ominous pieces of imagery that I have ever seen. This panel highlights the events that took place moments before the eclipse ceremony begins in Berserk. Guts, clearly confused, looks at the sky turning a red dark after Griffith activates the Behelit. At this point, Guts has an idea about causality, the Behelit, and Griffith's whole connection to the demonic forces of Berserk. He knows because just a couple of chapters prior, he saw hell on earth taking place with the fight against Wild and Zod's appearance. A very innocent statement that comes from Guts in those chapters is when he asks Zod about the eclipse, and whether Wild's attack was the eclipse that the Skull Knight and Zod alluded to. This is why the confusion from Guts in this panel is so haunting, because Wild's attack was the limit of Guts' imagination. He couldn't have imagined the things that were going to happen to him. The backdrop of this panel also shows a variety of demons arriving behind Griffith, ready to become his vassals. I love Berserk, but god damn it, there is no high that Guts experiences that doesn't come with the lowest of lows. So moving on. The next panel is one that in my opinion set the tone for Berserk in the beginning. The scene takes place at the very end of the Black Swordsman arc. After winning against the Slug Count and losing badly against the God Hand, Guts proceeds to lay his frustrations out on the Count's daughter, Theresia. Visibly disturbed by the whole situation with her father and mother, what Theresia needed most was some level of moral support and comfort. Instead, what she got was Guts calling her weak, amongst other things. This enraged Theresia and made her vow to take revenge against Guts. She doesn't use the words I do, but what's important to note here is that she is angry. In that moment, Guts is not himself. He is coping with all the pain and hurt he experienced at the hands of Griffith during the eclipse. Instead of coping in a healthy manner, he became the very person whom he was betrayed by to Theresia, thus continuing the cycle of oppression. However, that was not Guts. The real Guts came after he turned his back on Theresia, and we got to see this image. This was Guts at his most vulnerable. He feels shame and disgust at himself for the things he's said and done to Theresia, and hearing the replies of hate from her. It's clearly shown that no matter how much of a demon you try to become, you cannot be Griffith. Not only is it the perfect conclusion to the edgy Black Swordsman arc, it is also the perfect setup for the Golden Age arc, because in the former we only got to see an edgy Guts with no humanity, quite a one-dimensional character, so to speak. With this scene, we begin to empathize and get intrigued by this man and want to learn more about him. In the Golden Age arc and the arcs that follow, we get to see just that, which further makes Guts more and more of a complex character. The next and last panel for this video is literally a Berserk panel. To be specific, this is not a panel per se, however it is a piece of artwork from Kentaro Miura and it shows Guts in the iconic Berserker armor. I love this piece of artwork because it gives off two different kinds of vibes. One is praise for the accomplishments of Guts and his journey. There's no doubt about it. Guts with the Berserker armor was truly a beast, and there is no denying his abilities because of the fight that he had with Grunbeld. I won't lie, the Flame Dragon Knight really met his match at Flora's mansion. The second vibe that it gives me is that of dread, as the armor has the tendency to consume Guts when he is down for the count. This image shows that because the lines at the edge of Guts' jaw are indicative of the Berserker armor taking over. So yeah, these three are it for now. If you like what I have to say, then please subscribe. Thanks for watching.